everyone, how you been? What's new? Alright, in the last class we were discussing the lesson titled as Chantini. I hope all of you remember that. So before that, let me ask you some questions. Who was this Chantini? Yes, Chantini was a young god and she is very beautiful. In the second part, we discussed that Abu Khan pushed Chantini forcefully to a dash, to a hut. Yes, right answer. But Chandini wished to go to the... Yes, right answer. Chandini wished to go to the hilltop. She wanted to enjoy her freedom. She wanted to lead a lonely life. She wanted to enjoy the nature. Okay, so till here we discussed in the last class. Now get ready. Take your textbook page number 49. Now we're going to discuss the last part of the story. So shall we start? Alright. Chandini reached the hill. So, in the previous class, I already told that Abu Khan forcefully pushed her into that hut and he closed the door from outside. But there was a window in the backside of that hut. Then she found her freedom through that window. Then she reached the hill's top. Chandini reached the hills. It seemed to her that the all hills were standing in a row to welcome her. She felt like a child meeting her parents after years of separation. Then finally she reached her destiny. And by seeing that hill, she thought that when a kid meeting her parents after a long time, she felt like that. Then wherever she went, the tall grass rose to embrace her. The flowers bloomed to amuse her and the wind sang an endless song of welcome. So the whole grassland, the trees, flowers, everything welcomed her to that hilltop. And by seeing that, she was really happy. How different all this was from her past in the present house of Abu Khan's compound. It was the happiest day in Chandini's life. Then she was enjoying all things in that nature. She was enjoying the sweet wind. She was enjoying the flowers, blooming flowers. She was enjoying the rain. She was eating juicy grasses from that place. Then she thought that, oh, it's really different from that Abu Khan's hut. Actually, I was in a prison. Then, that day she played for hours on the grassy slopes of the hills. She met a herd of wild gods who asked her to join their group. But Chandini politely refused. She wanted to enjoy her new freedom all by herself. Note down the word herd. H-E-R-D. Herd. Herd means group of animals. Okay, then in that hilltop, Chandini also met a herd, that means a group of some wild gods, and that gods welcomed Chandini to her group. But she politely refused that, hey, I am not coming. Actually, Chandini wanted to enjoy her own freedom lonely. Actually, she was in that prison of Abu Khan. In that compound, she lived a bad life. She thought like that. Now, she wanted to enjoy her freedom by her own. The sun disappeared behind the hills and soon darkness enveloped the grass, the flowers and the trees. The wind stopped blowing and there was stillness all around except a strange sound which was coming from the bushes. Then it's almost the time, it's almost the 4 o'clock evening time. Then the wind had gone, the flowers gone back to the ground, then everything was normal. It's evening time almost. Then the night had arrived. And that whole day Chandini played in that hilltop. She ate so much grass and she was enjoying the nature. Then it's almost the evening time. Then at that particular time she heard some kind of grunting sound from that bushes. And what was that? Then the sound was like a grunt. What was it? It wasn't Abu Khan's voice calling her back to the compound. No, was it the voice of another god? Then Chandini thought of a dangerous wolf who lived in the hills. Actually, what sound was that? That was a grunting sound of an animal. Okay, grunting sound. And Chandini thought that, is that the sound of Abu Khan who was calling me back to that place? No, it's not a sound of a human being. Then Chandini got it. It was the sound of a dangerous wolf who was living in that hilltop. She understood that. Then she felt scared. Actually, she was very afraid. She can't face that wolf. Should she go back to the safety of Abu Ghan's hut? No, she said to herself. Then she thought that, oh, so I want to go to Abu Ghan's hut, that place, that hut. No, 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 I don't want to go there again. Death is an open field is far better than life in a small hut. Then she decided, no, I don't want to go to that hut again because death is better than that hut. The wolf had come out of the bushes and was staring greedily at Chandni. His eyes were shining like burning coals in the darkness. He seemed in no hurry. He knew the god was his. Then, from that bushes, inside that bushes, that dangerous wolf came slowly to Chandni. Then that wolf looked at Chandni with the greedy eyes, and his eyes were shining. His eyes were shining because he knew that God was mine. Today, that God was my food. Then Chandni was not ready to give her life. Then the wolf and the god sized up each other. The wolf was big and ferocious, whereas the god thought healthily was small. Note down the word ferocious. Ferocious means wild. That means the writer was saying that this dangerous wolf was very wild. By seeing him, yeah, Chandni was really scared. And thought healthy was small. Then Chandni was really small, young god, but she was really healthy. But small is not weak. Then Chandni thought that, yes, I am small, but I am not weak. Chandni stood firm on her legs, head slightly bent and horns jutting out. She was a picture of courage. Then Chandni was ready to fight with that wolf. She was actually ready to fight with that. And she was making her horns more like she was ready to fight with that wolf, dangerous wolf. And Chandni, she is the symbol of courage. The writer was saying that. She looked like a brave soldier ready to fight a treacherous enemy. Treacherous means a guilty enemy. So here the writer was saying that actually Chandni was a courageous god, and she was, her position, her pose was like a soldier who was ready to fight with a guilty enemy. I must put up a good fight, Chandni thought. Success or failure is a matter of luck or chance. Then Chandni was saying to herself that I should fight with this wolf. Then she told to herself, success or failure is a matter of luck or chance. So success or failure, it's up to a chance or luck. So that's not a big deal. I have to fight. The fight began. It went on through the night. The moon, which had been watching the fight, began grow pale and suddenly hid behind the clouds. The stars also began to disappear one by one. A faint light appeared in the east, and the morning call for prayer came from the distant mosque. Then the fight had been started in that night, and that fight continued till the morning time. Then the writer was saying that the moon had gone, the stars had disappeared. Then, yeah, now we can hear the sound, that sound of prayer from the mosque. It's almost morning time. Then what happened? The first rays of the sun, so Chandni lying on the ground, she was completely soaked in blood. Then the first rays of sun came near Chandni. Actually, she was fully bathed in blood, soaked in blood, and she was lying on that ground, on that hilltop. And the wolf, tired and sleepy, was getting ready to devour her. Devour means eat, to eat. And they both are fighting, right? And the wolf was tired and he slept there. Then the wolf was getting ready to eat the Chandni. An assembly of birds perched on the top a tree nearby was debating the rest of the fight. Who is the winner? One of them asked. The wolf, of course. Then at that particular time, near that place, near that grassland, we can see a tree. And in that tree, we can see so many birds making noises, chirping all the time. And all these birds are conducting a kind of debate. Then they are talking. Now, can we see who is the winner in this fight? Then some told, yes, of course, no doubt, it's the wolf. The wolf is the winner. And most of them said, a wise old bird declaimed with confidence. Then one of the wise, confident bird said that Chandini is the winner. Who is the winner? Yes, no any doubts. It's Chandini, the winner. And thus the story ends here. And the story was written by Zakir Hussain. Okay. And this is a story of Chandini, who was a small young god of what is the name of that shepherd? Abu Khan. So hope this story is clear. And this story is conveying us a great moral. That means we can see Chandini as a symbol of courage. And she told here that success or failure, it is a matter of chance or luck. That is the moral this story is conveying us. Students, now it's the time to a hidden question. I wrote one word in the board. Can you say which is that word and also say the meaning of that word? Thank you.